Hi friends, welcome back to Love My Crafts. I'm Mary and this is my channel all about crafting, sewing, etc. Today's episode is the next installment of the sewing project dice game. I only have one in my hand today because the next three numbers are, or the only three numbers left are 1, 2, and 3. And I think one of them doesn't have a number on them. So whatever, if I roll a number and I don't see it, that means that's the number because I didn't label it very well. So first, let me say, last week I rolled, and I don't even think I have it here, do I? I'll show you this. On bag number 10, and it was the, famous New Look 6217. Very easy pattern, very easy sew. It's a woven. Wovens don't like me. I don't know what to say. This time, this baby's going in the naughty corner, and no, I'm not gonna try to fix it. I'm not gonna do it. Not right now anyway. I need some time apart. So I can sew a dolman shirt in stretch knits a million times. It was the first, well, second shirt that I sewed for myself was a dolman, and I loved it, and I've made a bunch. Anyway, let me show you. This obviously didn't do the pants, but so I was going for this, and I wasn't going to put the button, but I did end up putting the seam down the middle to try to give it a little more room and fit or something. And what I did was I did the pivot and slide method, and I had done calculations. I was going to try going with a smaller size at the top because I knew it was a really wide neckline. And then I said, no, I'm going to go with what I did the last time. And I basically, in the Nancy Zeman method, you do just attach your trace pattern or your pattern to the trace pattern, but I didn't do that. So you can see the difference. This is the original. The black line is the original. And then this is how much I came out. So both sides, I did the front and the back. And then I did a muslin, and I'll show you that. And I didn't like the boat neck, so I copied the scoop neck from, I think it's 6216 New Look, just to get a better shape. And I should have changed the back of the neck too. But I also did on the back a high round back adjustment to try to bring that back up a little bit, because necklines also don't agree with me. So you can't really, I don't think you can see it on here. But you can also see that I went out on the back too. I don't know what this is. I think I ripped it. Okay, so I even, okay, this is a scrap. I probably threw it in the trash. I'm telling you. Okay, now here it is. This fabric, I don't know what it is. It feels like polyester. More like a polyester rayon. I don't know if you probably can't tell. And it doesn't really have any stretch. So what I did was, I did my pivot and slide method. And I made it wider, and I don't even think I have a picture of me with this on. And then I didn't understand the neckband, and I didn't want to make bias binding or use store-bought black bias binding because we all know that's scratchy. So I made a neckband, and I think I did it twice. Where the heck is the inside and the outside? Okay. And I didn't like it. So I will hold it up the way it's supposed to look. And I didn't do a back seam on this at all, but there should have been extra seam allowance because I cut it on the fold, but Look at this thing. Can you see it? So when I put it on, this was sticking straight up, and it was very wide, as you can see, and I just didn't like it. I just did the little hem on the sleeves. And when you first put it on, if you just look at the whole thing, it looks like a nice plain black top. But then the neckband is just atrocious. And I said, okay, well, this stuff doesn't really have any flow or stretch, so we'll change the neckline and maybe that'll work. Well, I'll insert pictures also, but here she is. I did make bias tape. Oh, I think we're crooked, but that's, sorry. Come closer. I did make my own bias tape, and I pressed it as good as I can. And yes, this neckline does scoop, but because the back is still the way the back is, it's still too wide. And when I put it on, and that's okay, I could kind of maybe straighten it out and it would have been fine. But then I also added the cuffs from 6216 onto the sleeves to make them a little longer. And when you'll see in the pictures, when I put it on, it sticks out. It like sticks up at a point right here. And you think there's enough fit, right? Like she's about my size. And there's flow, and it's very soft, very comfortable. And that's why I'm so angry. And okay, and that's about what it looks like on my back too. I mean, look at this. I even put the cutest little tag in there. It says I have my positive pants on, and it's a pair of knickers. So it feels like it fits. It feels great, except for the neckline, which I could have raised up or did something else to. I don't know, because you do still have to be able to get it over your head. And when my hair's down, those kind of necklines don't bother me. But when my hair's up, I don't like them. And my hair's always up because, let's face it, if it's 90 degrees outside and I blow dry my hair, it's like putting a blanket on my head. So, because I actually have very thick curly hair, you can see. So, as soon as I do it all nice and smooth and straight and I go outside, it frizzes right up. So, the biggest problem was if I went like this, and I did take a picture of it, and I'm sorry, because I don't like that view of myself, but it cuts in. So I said, oh, well, I'll just take out that seam allowance in through here, thinking I need to give the back a little more room right here, because let's see if we can recreate it. Anyway, it doesn't fit, and I will think of something else to do with it. I'm not gonna fix it. Maybe I'll cut off the top and find something that matches and color block something. I don't have a lot of woven, so I probably don't have anything that matches. And I still have this much left. I don't think I could get a whole top out of this. I don't know. Anyway, it was a fail. I'm sorry to say. But that's the fun of the dice. You don't know what you're going to get. And I put things in those bags that I want to try, but I'm afraid of, or I'm never going to get around to it. And it works for other people. And it just doesn't work for me. And sewing-wise, very easy. Shoulders. Well, I mean, you got to make your own bias tape, but if you follow, there's all kinds of videos online how to make a continuous bias tape, and you do like, you start out with a square, then you cut it into triangles and you put those together, and then you have a parallelogram, and then you draw lines for however big you want your strips, and it's a whole process, and you get this big long continuous. I even have, boy, I lost it too. Either I lost it or Kitty might have stolen it. Oh, it fell down over here. Yeah, it has some left over. Just a little bit. put that so that you can, anyway, it's on the bias. It's beautiful. It's a pretty fabric. But first of all, I'm done with red. I don't know why. I'm just upset. Oh boy. There's no FOMO for me on 6217. And now it's time to roll, so let me clear a spot. Before I roll, let me just say thank you so much to Carole from Carole for inspiring us with her fabric Wheel of Fate, pattern and fabric Wheel of Fate. It's so fun. We'll have to come up with some kind of a challenge. There's so many challenges every month, but we'll have to come up with some kind of a challenge where maybe it's kind of like the sewing bee. Somebody else is picking it for you. Even though I picked all my stuff, when I roll the dice and I pick it out, some of them I picked so long ago, I don't know. But anyway, thank you, Carole, for inspiring me and for your help when I did reach out to you about the neckband. I tried 2 ways, and I do like the bias tape better, but I can't get the shape right of the neckband. It's not even, I don't even care about putting on the bias binding. That I can practice and get better at, but anyway. Thank you so much. And thank you for everybody that tunes in and comments, especially on the dice game. It's been so much fun, and I do have 3 left, so this week will be just 1. And then next time when I roll, there'll be 2, so I'll do them both, but I'll do 1 first. And then I have maybe 2 or 3 bags starting to fill up in the empties, so I'll try to put some stuff together, maybe with more geared towards what I need to do, holidays and all that, Thanksgiving, Christmas. And then I'll roll it in March. I don't even know. Oh, it's been crazy a couple of weeks, and I'm going away in a couple of days, so I just wanted to get this out. And hopefully next time will be better. I'm sorry I had to present a fail, but it's still pretty to look at. And if anybody would like it and you live in the US, let me know. Oh, I don't know. If enough people want it, it's a size, what size is it? I don't know, 16 on the new look, I think. New look 6217, and I think it's a 16. Let me know. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of the pants that I'm making. They're a 16. All right, I don't even know where that is. I don't know where the pattern envelope is, where I circled the size. But anyway, if there's enough response, and I'll throw everything, all the names in a hat and pick one, because I just want it out of my sight. Oh, you want something to work so bad and it doesn't. But anyway, so I'm gonna roll and open the bag without my face, because I'll have the camera pointed at the table. So until next time, thank you so much for stopping by. Please subscribe if you haven't already, so that you can be notified when I do put out my dice videos, and leave me a comment if you have made 6217 and if you have had great results or fail. I'd love to hear about it. Please leave a comment on whatever I end up rolling. And if you enjoyed this video and actually watched it, thank you so much, and hit that like button. Okay, I apologize for the crooked frame, but here we go. It can only be number 1 through 3, so watch it roll a 6. Oh my gosh, I should go play the... What's that? What's that called? Craps. One. Let's go find it. This is bag number 1. I guess it doesn't have a fancy sticker yet. I was hoping I would get to this one 3 months ago. Take out the pattern first. Let's see. It is my Project Dress a Girl patterns I've collected. It's very thick. Oh, I've got everything in here. Even my tags from Marty Sews. Oh, I've got these too. So I think I have 2 of those. 3 of the other ones that I can see. And the address of where I send it locally. Oh, look, and I have some leftover pockets from last year. And I do send them locally because I'm always last minute. And it's only right over the line in Massachusetts. So it gets done a lot. It gets there faster. And I think I'm going to do this one again. It's the Popover Sundress by Oliver and S. And the only difference between the basic pillowcase dress is it has a little bit of a yoke, and then you can put some rickrack or ruffles. So, and I have all of my original instructions. I had reached out to an ambassador my first time, I think it was last year. Not sure. Anyway, I didn't think I was going to be able to do Dress a Girl, and I still, hopefully I get at least 2 dresses made. But I still have, these are left over from last year, or a lot of this pretty purple. And it doesn't necessarily mean I have to use these, it's just what when I put the bag together, when I was grabbing fabrics, that's what I grabbed. And I'm not sure how long ago I started this, but I was hoping this would be one of the first things. But I guess not. At least it's not a winter item. Or I'm glad I originally had, when I had too many project bags, I put aside the one with the swimsuit to make a second swimsuit for myself, and I don't need one, so kind of glad I put that one aside. So there you go. We're gonna make some Dress a Girl dresses, which is what I was hoping to do anyway, as soon as I finished my pants that I'm working on, which it's right here. The Love Notions Allegros. I'll show you where is it? This is the sleeve. This is one of the pockets. Instead of the pockets in the pattern, I followed Karina from Lifting Pins and Needles and made my own patch pocket. I see the top stitching. I'm not the greatest. But anyway, that's all. Thank you so much. Let's see how many dresses we can get. Let's hope for 4 or 5. So that's it for our sewing project dice game this week. I will see you soon. Bye for now.